What's up, dudes? People all over the world are hearing their names being called. Not behind closed doors the way you would want it to be, but by voices that sound exactly like their family. And it's happened to Buddy. I'm here, to Buddy. And when they respond, no one's there. Or in Buddy's case, he was like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. In the corner. It wasn't me. Or worse, someone is calling out. Tonight, we're talking about mimics. Let's get into it. What is up, dudes? Welcome to the Paranormal Dudes podcast, episode 99. Crazy. I didn't think we would even get close to 100, let alone I thought we'd get to 30. And we're like, let's just call it quits. Well, this is before you guys joined, and it was really hard to keep the show consistent, but now it's a little different. You guys are the mainstays, and I don't know, at least you guys are responsible adults. I can't say the same for myself, but Jesse, roll your eyes all you want. Okay.
I do. When have I ever
Yes.
I do.
So something unique has happened to the group here. Everyone woke up at roughly 3:30, 3:40 last night a.m., right? Everyone in the show?
Yeah.
Yes, including Oscar, who's not here again. We're waiting for him to put in his PTO. He hasn't yet, so he's on block to be here with an unexcused absence. But supposedly he's going to send us a video. Hopefully it makes it in time as we're filming this, so he could give us his side of the dream. So we all woke up around the same time. I stayed quiet with all you guys talking about this stuff on our chat. I didn't say much because it was starting to scare me a little bit. Yes, of course it did. And I woke up around the same time. If I had a dream, I don't know. I'm really bad in today's day and age remembering dreams or realizing I'm in a dream. I had a freakish one a few days ago, but I don't know if I dreamed something or not. Let me put that out there. But I did wake up around the same time you guys did. Buddy, I don't know if you want to go ahead and start with your side of this astral projection that we're completing together, which is crazy. Disgusting. That birria burrito's going right through me. Yes, it was delicious. Buddy, would you like to share your story or your dream, I should say?
Yeah. So like we were saying in Normal Dudes before we started this episode, I just think none of us have told each other about these dreams yet. And I'm thinking if all of us had a very similar style dream together, that's going to be a real trip. I'm going to flip out. And like I told you, I'm going straight to HR and I'm turning in my pink slip.
Yeah, well, coincidentally, Jesse is HR, so you're going to get denied.
I was just going to say that.
All right. Well, then
you know what? Hold
HR.
on. Okay. With that being said, since you already gave me your Instagram, on Instagram, you already gave me the little summary rundown. Without you saying anything, I want Jesse to go. And we'll just let Jesse go and see if they start aligning in some way. And I have your summary here, and you can't say anything while she's talking, but you can make faces. You're very you're an expressive fella, so you can make faces. It's fine. Go ahead, Jesse.
So I don't think our dreams.
She's like 407 years.
I don't. My dream was very weird. If it does align, it's gonna be really weird because my dream was really weird. So what I dreamt was that there was several of us. Sergio was there, and some other friends of ours were there, and I don't know why, but we were in a church. And then this church was like it was half of a church, half of like a house. But we were like also like it was on a farm. It was very weird. And for some reason, there was somebody that was like possessed that was trying to like get to us or something for some reason. And I just remember like Sergio saying like, where is he? Where is he? But at the same time, I didn't know who he was talking about. And there was a lady there, but I remember that she was like a dark-skinned lady or like a black lady or something like that was supposedly there to help us because she was like close to this possessed person in a way. I don't know if she was helping us escape or what, but and then from there, like I never saw anything weird happen. I just knew that we were like at some point I was looking for Sergio. He was like in the house area. Because for some reason there was this emphasis on like some tree that was outside or like in a barnyard or something. I don't know. It was weird. And then I just remember, like we were like in front of a tree, like, so it was like half church, half like house barnyard thing when there was like a tree. So I remember for some reason we were hiding, but I don't remember why we were hiding. And so, but you were just concerned about whoever you were looking for. But because I don't know who it was, I don't remember seeing anybody else. But I do remember like you, I remember like Smelly was there and then like some other friends like that were coming in and out of the story, but not necessarily. I just remember
not main characters, they're just like supporting.
Not main characters. But I just remember eventually went into this house and this house like had like several rooms or whatever, but one of the rooms was like a weird closet. And if we were done, like I was just like, don't go in there, like don't go in there. And then I just was like, we need to get to this tree. Like we need, like basically we stayed like by this tree, we would be safe type of thing. So like, I don't know. And then I just remember like I pushed you out because this lady was with this guy or with this possessed person. And I just remember pushing you out like the church and we just like were by the tree and I just like woke up.
Well, I could say this. Buddy's summary doesn't have intricate details to it, but the general outline of an individual is pretty much the same. Buddy, if you want to take it away.
So in my dream, it was weird how it started because usually if I have a dream, I kind of run in through like a scenario of why we're there. But this dream was almost like I was just placed in this area. While in this dream, there were people. I could hear people. I could hear them talking. Like there was conversation going around me. I could look around and I was like freely moving around and looking, but I couldn't see people's faces. I could see their outlines. Like I didn't know if it was you guys. I didn't know who the people were. It was just like everybody was in black. While that was happening, I was like making my way around and I don't exactly remember anything like a church, but I do remember there was a building we were in and I was walking through And at one point, I noticed something caught my eye, and I could hear people kind of saying, like, "Do you see that?" type thing. And I looked across through like all the people that were there, like, and I'm not saying there were hundreds, but like of all the people that were there at the very farther end, there was one individual and he was clearly outlined, like I could see him. And this person was literally standing at the end of this, like where all these people were at, and just staring like straight towards me or whoever was around me. And he had that Jim Carrey look, like he was staring, and like in The Grinch where he does that smile that,
Yeah.
and he was just staring. And I just felt uncomfortable. And then I remember we as in people that were around me, we were trying to get away from them or from this guy, because they were like, now I could hear people saying like, why is he different? Why is he different? What's he doing? What's wrong with him? And I was like moving away with the group, and we kept looking back. And every time I'd look back, he was like getting closer and closer. And it just became kind of a chaos throughout my dream of us trying to get away, like whoever was around me, because everybody still was like blacked out. Like there was no faces. There was just outline or a silhouette of a person. We did make it through several rooms, and they were just like, to me, they were just hollow rooms. There wasn't furniture. There was nothing. It was like opening a door and there's an open room.
Yeah.
And then back out of the room, going down the hallway and moving around to where we eventually made it back outside. But I remember we were like on our way out to the outside, and there was this feeling I had like in my back, like something like lightly touched my back. And when I turned back like that, that person was really close. Like, to me, would say like 5 to 10 feet away. And we kept on moving with this group of people, or I kept moving with this group of people, and we were trying to get away. And I could feel like he was like trying to grab me, and I could feel like he started like getting hands on my shoulders. And every time I'd look back, his face was changing. So it wasn't that original stare, that, that grin, the Grinch stare, but it started becoming more and more demonic. Like it was, I don't know, I can't explain it. It was like a long face, but you started seeing like the eyes start getting like slanted out. Like there was more like definition come into it, to start looking to me like a monster, like a demon. And all I know is I finally felt like if it finally grabbed me from the back, not my shoulder or not my shirt, but like it full on just boom, grabbed my back. And that's when I went like, oh, and I woke up and I was like looking around. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I sat up real quick, and I was looking around the room, and I was just panicked. And the next thing I did was I reached over and I grabbed my phone and I looked at it. It was just about 3:45 in the morning, something like that. And I was sweating. I was like really scared, and I couldn't sleep after that. So since about like 3:45 or so in the morning, I've been awake. And I know we didn't outline like the same tree or anything, but we both had some kind of possessed or demonic being that was after us. So that's kind of tripping me right now.
Well, I mean, okay, so for Oscar, he didn't send me anything. I did ask for it. He did say it was evil, his dream himself. What's crazy is that his wife was even a part of it. But I think that's because Oscar has such strong projections with his dreams. Maybe it kind of spilled over into his wife. And I was trying to, so I had this conversation with Sally the other day that I flat out asked her, because there was a dream that I was in those dreams where you're just not in control. It's kind of just happening and you can't really do anything. And and Sally goes, "Oh, that happens all the time, and I can't control my dreams." And I tell her, "Well, Osk is capable of controlling his dreams." And she goes, "You serious?" I'm like, "Yeah. I mean, I've known this sunglasses on. Where they, people can control their dreams, and I know a few people that could do it. But in this instance, I want to believe something really truly did happen around that time, because I woke up. I don't remember having a dream. It could be that I did. I don't remember. But Jesse was awake at that time, and I will be very, very surprised. No, let me rephrase that. I won't be that surprised if Oscar comes back and tells us that he woke up around the same time and his dream is centered around an individual. Because I think with everything that's going on in my house currently, where weird noises, I'm hearing walking, and it's just like ramping up all over again. I don't know if it's the ghost that's tied to the show, or if it's all of us, kind of like Captain Planet. Do you guys remember Captain Planet? With our powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Yes.
Maybe that's what's happening now. I don't know what you guys feel after everything we just discussed.
I mean, it didn't freak me out that much because it wasn't after me. It was like after you. That we're trying.
She's like, Adam, go ahead. It's fine. Whatever.
I'm like, it wasn't after me. It was after you.
Hey, where's Sergio? He's probably in the restroom. Just go in there. He's there.
No, it is very weird. I mean, I don't doubt it either in some way, but it's just like, I was up also, like, and I was just like, not freaked out, but I was just like, oh, like I was annoyed. Like I got up to pee, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and go back to sleep.
Okay. It took me a while to go back to sleep, and it was paired with Owie being awake at that hour and singing and doing all kinds of stuff, but it took me a while to go back to sleep.
What did you dream?
I don't know.
Remember?
I don't remember a dream. But like I said, you have to put some kind of discount on that, because I could have dreamed, but it's happening to me a lot lately, and it probably goes hand in hand with my insomnia, that I don't remember if I dream or not. Or I'll dream, like, ferociously I'll dream in a span if I sleep for like an hour or two. And the dream is intricate and has like a plot and an arc and almost like a movie, but I'm not in control of it. It's kind of like I'm watching it. But it's been a struggle to remember if I dream or not. So I could have dreamed. I don't know. Buddy, what do you think?
I have no idea. I mean, I think it's always been a trip, because like we've done this before. Jesse calling out Oscar for something, or he's thinking too hard on something. It's like she'll just throw a message on the group and be like, Oscar, stop, just put salt on it. There's that kind of stuff going on. And Oscar, since the first episode I was in and found out that he does the astral projection, I mean, we've always had the joke being him, like, oh, I'll meet you tonight in our dreams. I don't think I've ever done it. And I'm just kind of tripping on the details, because I did not recognize anybody. Nobody had a face except that one. And I'm kind of breaking down between mine and Jesse's story, and I'm almost thinking, like, what if my dream was like the parallel universe to that dream? Where where everybody that's there, I can't, like, how can I say this? I can't see them because they're not there, but their outlines are there. And then the individual that Jesse had that was possessed was what I was seeing, the actual possessing demon or whatever. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm just like,
And the dark
that's kind of a
person that
trip.
I saw was the black outline you saw?
The dark person that you saw, that was the possessed person,
No,
was the clear person that I saw.
Oh, I was gonna say the dark person that I saw wasn't possessed. The dark person was a lady that was with this possessed person.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I saw the possession. Like, I saw the demon that was possessing that person that you saw.
I see.
Because I'm like, I could hear voices, I could hear them talking, I could hear saying, "Move, go over there, let's go, get away." You know, that kind of like, not so much a panic, like they weren't screaming, but they were like, "We need to go over here, we need to go over there." And I kept turning back and seeing these black figures, which were, on my idea, were good people, because they were trying to get away from this thing that I kept looking back and seeing that was just progressively getting more and more monster-like. Like, at first, it just looked like a weird person, to where it finally ended up at the end of the dream, like it was a monster, it was a demon, it was big, like it was coming after us, or me, or whoever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I can't say I've ever actually projected that way, but I think ever since we've started this show together, and, you know, and we're saying what's episode 99 now, and we have had a lot of this weird stuff happen. I mean, between the four of us, when something comes up, we always end up throwing it in the group chat, and it's like, that's why this morning I was like, wait, because Oscar was the first to say it this morning, and the first thing I said was, wait, send Sergio your story, I'll send him my story, let's compare it. And then Jesse jumps up and says, oh yeah, I had a dream too, and it's like, really? And then seeing that you guys put, well, I've been up since 4, I've been up since this, I'm like, yeah, I got up around 3:45. And so I'm thinking, this was weird, because it was all around the same time we all woke up. I mean, we're not even in the same city, none of us. And I mean, not even the same city, not even the same county. We're that far apart from each other. And honestly, like, how trippy is that we all had a dream, all woke up around the same time, and it's not exact word for word or exact motion to motion, but right now, so far, me and Jesse have had an individual, and there were others around, and we were inside and outside.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a trip, like the kitchen, you know?
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's connected. You don't think so, Jesse?
It could be. It's just it's a lot of things are similar, and then, like, it's just weird that that he heard kind of people trying to get away, and we were trying to get away.
Oh, that's nuts. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I knew that, you know, when we started talking about this earlier in the day, and then we knew that we were going to film today's episode, I was thinking, to myself, it's all going to connect, because it has in the past, and things are going to line up. We're all awake at the same time. I mean, I didn't dream. Maybe I did. I don't know, but I guarantee you, Oscar's part of the story is going to be another puzzle piece to this alternate reality that you guys are experiencing together. That's what I think. I think it's going to be another puzzle piece. It'd be funny if he comes back. Oh, there was a ghost tied me down to a bed, and
Oh my God.
that would be a succubus, correct? Yes, succubus. I don't know. I mean, that's how I am wrapping it up in a bow. I think it's all connected by far. What do you guys think, dudes out there? Do you think our dreams are connected, or us waking up at the same hour all together? And it has to do with this show. The show has to be a big part of it, because before all of us were on the show, it's not like we were dreaming together. It's not like, we were
Late at night when all
the world
is
dreaming. Oh my God. That's crazy. See, a lot of coincidences are happening. I was singing that song all weekend.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
God, why?
I don't know. It's just there's songs that get stuck in my head, but not like full on lyrics. It's just segments of songs, and I'll just repeat it throughout the whole day. It's it might be attributed to my ADD, but yeah, that song was stuck in my head. And I'm holding you tight all weekend. Yes. I'd rather be. And the part that I was singing all weekend is the next lyrics. Sing it, Jesse.
I just wanna hold you close, but so far all I have are dreams of you. Why were you singing that part?
I don't know. It was so weird.
Did you watch the Selena movie?
No, I didn't. No, not even close. It was just, I don't know. It's unexplainable. I can't give you an answer. And it's weird that you brought it up right now. Even weirder. I'm gonna stop.
Did that hit you on Saturday?
Yes, it did hit me on Saturday.
Saturday night around 6 or 6:30.
And then I annoyed the shit.
We were singing that song karaoke on Saturday night in the Airbnb, but like around 11:30 p.m.
That's crazy. It
It
was in the evening. It was after I was done barbecuing. I started. It doesn't make any sense why I would be singing the stupid. It's not a stupid song. It's a phenomenal song.
That's an amazing song. Yeah.
Yes. And I was done. I was after I was barbecuing. I'm singing this song, and I'm like, "Why am I singing this song?" And it continued all the way until Sunday night, annoying the shit out of Sally. By the way, even though she loves Selena, that's like her favorite. But and that she was named after Selena. But it's me singing it not over and over again. And it's that's nuts. So you sang it in karaoke?
Yes.
At about 6:30 Saturday night, we were headed to the casino for our anniversary dinner. And that song was playing in the car, and my wife and her friend were singing it in the car.
No.
And I'm going to admit, I'm not even lying. I'm going to admit, I love the song. I don't know the lyrics. But I was sitting there the whole time listening to the song like, damn, there's a good song. Because we got to see a Selena tribute that she sang that song. And I was like, oh, this is the one I wanted to hear. And you're saying it right now. And I'm telling you, Saturday around 6:30, because it was about that time when we were all headed to the casino. And they decided they wanted to play Selena. And that song came on.
'Cause I'm dreaming. Oh, dude. It just gave me the chills, dog. Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Let's see what song we can sing together and see what happens. I'm just kidding.
That's nuts. Like, what in the portal gate is going on right now? And then I'll watch when we talk to Oscar, and he's like, I was taking a and then out of nowhere, I just started singing Dreaming of You from Selena. Dude, if he says that anything about that song, I will piss my pants and put it on Patreon. Okay?
Oh my God. Shut
up.
I will
film it just like this and just my pants getting wet.
What the hell?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stand up and walk into HR and turn in my paperwork.
Stand up and walk into HR. Oh, I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling right now with this. What was there like? Oh, you know what? There was a bright full moon on Saturday.
Yes. I remember that.
So I'm not a big believer in like astrology and all that stuff. But on the spiritual side, paranormal side, I have a feeling. Why are you making that face, Jesse? You know this.
The full
Jesse
moon
makes a face like she doesn't know me, and I say this over and over again. She's like,
the full moon. No, I'm making a face because the full moon definitely has something to do with it. It's like, hello,
plays a part. Oh yeah,
yes,
of course,
absolutely. And that's what we kept saying because we're super spiritual, the ladies. We believe in the sun and the moon, right? The other ladies in SI, and we were like, we have to go out. We were trying to set up one of the girls. Well, it was me, about how I am. So basically, we pulled up to a red light. Sorry, I'm gonna side story us. We pulled up to a red light, and there was like a cholillo guy. He looked so sweet. He had she kept talking about how she she wanted to go to a dispensary, and I was like, we're gonna meet the love of your life today. And we pulled up to a light, and there was a guy singing a song, and I was like, I noticed he was singing a song, and I was like, una serenata pa mi amiga. And I put the window down because she was in the back, so I pulled up forward, and he turned around, and he had a black cap with a weed plant on it. And so, and I told her, oh my God, this is the love of your life. And I was like, ask him, I go, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, I can only do so much. Like, come on. And I was like, ¿Cómo te llamas?
How old is this woman?
She's like 39, but she's very shy. And he was like, Osvaldo. And she's like, oh, hi, Osvaldo.
Of course,
whatever.
That's his fucking name.
And so I was like, cántale, le gusta que le hagan serenata. And she doesn't really know Spanish that well. And she was like, oh my God, he's so... And I was like, oh my God, like, how nice. Because a guy, another type of asshole guy would have been like...
hot tacos and chimichangas. Oh my God.
So then I was like, so she was trying to put the window up because she was shy, but I put it on child lock. And I was like, girl, like, I can't, girl, please, like... And the other ladies were like, come on, you're 39. Your biological clock is ticking. There's no time for waiting.
So, talk to him. Just do it.
So then the light turned green, and I was like, I can't. Like, you missed your shot. And so now she was like, oh my God, Jesse, I know you're like an investigator. Can you look him up on Facebook? And I was like, girl.
She's not wrong about that, by the way. If you want to find somebody on the internet, Jesse will do it quickly. Just hit her up. She'll figure it out. But yeah,
and so yeah,
that I think that was her love. She ruined her butterfly effect, and maybe she'll see him again sometime. Maybe.
I think so.
So as you were talking, the little hamster in my head, one of them at least, the other one was paying attention to you. The other hamster was like looking over here. Have you guys put together correlation of our dreams that I'm just gonna say that yes, maybe I did have a dream, and it's gonna be a plot hole because I don't remember it, and maybe it was a piece to the dream as a whole with the four of us. But what I'm getting at is these are dreams, and what is the name of the song that I was singing and we're talking about right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Dreaming of you. Oh my. What? Dude. Let's just end the show right now. This is crazy. We haven't even got into the topic yet. This is nuts, by the way. This is certified nuts. This is paranormal nuts. Paranormal dudes nuts.
This is typical paranormal activities. Okay? Paranormal dudes activities.
Paranormal dudes activities. Yes.
Okay.
Woo. That took a lot of energy out of me, but I think we could push through on tonight's topic, which is mimics. And the one person that has had his own brush with mimics, I think Buddy has too, though. And, Buddy has. Myself, not so much, but then again, I've experienced so much crap in my life that could have been. I don't know about you, Jess, but we're here and we're going to talk about mimics because we haven't dedicated a specific episode to mimics. Yes, it's going to be a two-parter because when I mean two-parter is that one part is our dream thing and then, the mimic. But Buddy's hosting our topic tonight. Buddy, go ahead and take the floor and tell me to finally shut up. Please.
Shut up, Sergio.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Just shut up. Just shut up, okay?
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Okay. So, mimics. And we have talked about it before and you said it, you just mentioned it now. I believe, had a brush with it along with my girls here. With a mimic, or I believe a mimic. So anyway, before we go too far, a mimic, as for what I've understood, it's not, there's three different things, but some say it's an actual being. Mm-hmm. Others say it's a type of paranormal issue, like a ghost or a poltergeist. Mm. Some say it's aliens. And then we have the D&D side, which gives you a full description of what they believe is a mimic. I say D&D and Sergio gets closer to the screen. Go on. Yes. So I'll go ahead and start with the being part of it, as mimics, where I found that how it's described and how it's defined is as like a skinwalker. It's believed that skinwalkers that are out are able to mimic a person's or animal or some kind of object's sounds in order to attract their would-be prey. By the way, all the mimics are considered to be like a predator. So as far as the skinwalkers go, we've gone over these before and we've talked about, the weird different things they can do. And they say mimics and the skinwalker side don't really take on a human form or the form of a person, but instead will lay in wait and will mimic a sound, it'll parrot a sound and try to get somebody to come closer. So it'll hear something like, or you could hear something in the forest where you hear somebody yelling out, like a female yelling out for help. The skinwalker type of mimic is also said that it won't speak in full sentences and won't answer you. Basically, if it yells out for help and you call, where are you? Who are you? It's just going to all of a sudden again yell out help. And that's the only thing it'll say is it'll say one or two word phrases, hoping that you come closer. There was a story that
like
I came
you said,
across.
More like it's parroting, right? It's not necessarily like
it's parroting. It's heard this before somewhere, and the skinwalkers that they talk about are more like in forest areas where they think hikers have been through there, or somebody was screaming for help because they were lost, and this skinwalker was able to pick up and say, okay, when they called for help, people came and they helped this person. So it took that word and just used it. Help, help. And they'll scream out trying to get your attention. A story that I came across about possible skinwalkers and mimicry or mimics was one of a lady that says she was at home, or no, she was on a vacation in a cabin where her family had been at before. What happened?
I know. I'm sorry.
I can't say it during the show. I'll say it after.
Okay,
go for it.
So I'll start here.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The story goes that this lady was on vacation in a cabin, and in the middle of the night, she heard somebody screaming out, I think she was hearing like them scream, not for help, but she was hearing a name being screamed out. And it almost sounded like if somebody was lost, and she could hear the voice of a woman screaming out outside of the cabin for a name. When this lady finally looked out, or looked through her windows, she wasn't able to see anything, not able to see anybody outside. And according to the story, there shouldn't have been anybody there because the cabin, the vacation cabin that they were in, or she was in, was pretty secluded. After building up the courage, she walked outside of the cabin and kept hearing a name being called.
Mhm.
And she called out, "Do you need help? Do you need me to call the police? Do you need me to call the Rangers?" And it just kept screaming out the name. So she wasn't sure if it was a pet that they were looking for or a child they were looking for. But no matter what she said, it just kept calling the same names. And it seemed to be off in the distance to where it was like in the dark where she was not wanting to go.
Mhm.
And her story just ends that she decided to finally turn around and run inside and lock the doors. And she kind of out of fear just decided that she was not going to be coming back outside. But throughout the night, she kept hearing somebody keep screaming out a random, whatever the name was, what she feels was trying to lure her out to a dark area and ambush her.
Okay. I mean,
And that's for creepy as hell. If I heard somebody call my name, I don't even give a shit if I was like here upstairs and someone called my name, I would not go anywhere near it.
I mean, so I don't know if this is mimic activity, but I've brought it up multiple times on this show and to you guys offline, or we're not filming. Where I'll hear someone whispering my name, and that's been going on for a very long time, ever since I was young. I want to say little, like Jesse's kids little, and I would just hear Sergio, and for the longest, I always thought it was my brothers or my dad just with me, but in reality, there was never anyone there, and it started getting worse as I got older because I knew it was some happening. There was up foot, and because I'd be alone in locations, and that shouldn't be happening. At some point, I started thinking I was experiencing some type of psychosis, but I don't think so. And I don't know. It's just, and the voice. I don't know if this is crazy. Or you guys let me know what this is, or you guys in the comments. The person that's whispering my name. Oh, jeez.
See, she does creepy like that. Here, you creep.
I'm watching.
Get out of here. She does that to me at night. I think she's
When you're
asleep,
asleep.
and I turn around and she's like, and I'm like, oh my God.
Violet looks like she's the type of kid that would just stand in your doorway as you're trying to fall asleep. And
she would when she was little. She would do that.
Okay, what I was trying to say is, you let me know what you guys think this is. The voice that's whispering my name it sounds very similar to my own voice. What the f is that?
What? The mimicking of your voice?
Yeah, like ever since I was younger. But okay, let me keep this straight. So when I was younger, it was an older male voice. And as I got older, that male voice that was saying my name, Sergio, was my own voice as an adult right now. And it's still doing, like, I'll hear it from time to time.
Maybe it's you, like in different
in a different dimension,
like
or some
different
shit?
frequency. Dimension. Yes, absolutely. I have that has happened to me where I'll be asleep and I'll hear Jesse, and I'm like, but it's me. It's like a familiar voice. It's like I'm calling myself. So
Mhm.
I'm like, usually it's like, if I'm doing something stupid or whatever, I'm driving too fast, I hear like Jesse, like what the Or I think one of my kids, "Mommy is calling me," and I'm like, turn on the radio, and I'm like, "What?" And they're like
They're not calling
snoring.
you. Yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows? It could be.
What do you think, bud?
I mean, yeah, that was part of the stuff I read actually about people hearing their own name called. But they didn't ever say they heard their own voice. But I think you might be onto something, like a either a future you or a parallel you that's like kind of giving yourself a warning. You know, Sergio, and you turn around and a ball flies past your head or something.
Exactly. I'm trying to think back
yeah.
all the times when my voice or the whispering was happening. I'm trying to remember if anything happened, right after that or close to. One of the times that it happened. Do you remember when? Okay, this is like giving up too much information about my personal life, but whatever. I've already done that a lot on this show.
I know. I was gonna say.
Yeah. So that happened right before I went to go pick up my cousins, and me and my cousins, I was in the Alero, the green Alero. Remember we crashed into that house. Remember that?
Yes. Yes.
It was right before that. So, okay. That's
So
nuts.
one thing I did read about that though, about you hearing your own voice or something, which they say is a form of mimics, but there's a whole other like folklore and stories behind that. Is your doppelganger.
That's scary together.
That's
That's
fucking.
scary.
I would love to see, not love to see that, but you know how they say someone in this world looks like you?
Yes.
I would wanna see
Depending
that.
on
What are you gonna say? Depending on what, bud?
But he's making a creepy face. That was such a creepy
de- depending on
I was like, is he getting
would it be depending on the region or whatever, like Scandinavian or anything like that. Doppelganger means different things, and they have different definitions to it and different beliefs about them. And there's a lot of talk that doppelgangers are somebody in this world that looks like you, exactly. But you start looking into these different folklores of it, and some say that a doppelganger is actually a poltergeist that looks just like you, and you don't want to meet it, because if you ever meet it and converse with it, your life is going to be over soon after.
And they'll take your place? Is that
like
what's
it takes your
supposed to
soul?
happen?
Like, no, yeah, like it takes your soul and you're done. You're finished. Like there's no coming back from it. Or there's going to be some kind of misfortune that happens to you, like some kind of tragedy that happens to you personally.
All my
So in a lot
Pokemon
of,
cards get taken away. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, they have a lot of different beliefs about doppelgangers. And that's the only thing that I saw as far as mimic goes. But like I say, doppelganger is a whole other thing to investigate into, because like I say, every ethnicity has their own definition and their own story behind it, their own lore behind doppelgangers,
Right.
and what can happen to you and why they're there. But yeah, that's pretty trippy, hearing your own name called out by your own voice, by your future voice.
No, yeah, and like as I'm telling you guys this, it was very much like obviously everybody here has seen Interstellar, right? So that's right away automatically that's what it reminded me of, is some Interstellar, like me talking to myself through the bookcases,
Through the
or
bookcase.
in this case it'd be through the nerd wall right here, like, hey Sergio, some weird gonna happen to you.
And you're gonna knock over the gay Funko Pop.
You know what? I didn't never put that together. What if some like cosmic it's myself trying to warn myself, or maybe it's myself just trying to with me, and it's just like, or the other side of it, the paranormal side of myself. What if it is? Because you said, buddy, that it could be a mimic. Doesn't have to be physical, correct? It could be, you know, can it be not spiritual, but supernatural, where you really can't see it, kind of thing?
Yeah. So the next set of mimics kind of go hand in hand with each other, although in hand, but in separate ways, because you could have either a paranormal one or you could have an extraterrestrial one. And those mimics, the stories that come along with those are very similar. Whereas the paranormal one, people that talk about it, I guess you would say like experts in this, would say that a paranormal mimic could be something as simple as a poltergeist that's doing mischief. It's going to move things in your house. It's going to drop things. It's going to use your voice or use somebody else's voice in your home. But it has to be someone that you know. It won't be like George Washington calling your name. It's going to be like a mimic of your voice.
Get over here, Mexican.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It's going to be, yeah.
You're like, what? Excuse me?
Huh? What the
You're like, huh?
It's like it wouldn't be something off the wall, but it would be someone like your wife or your daughter.
Yeah,
and you
someone
would hear
that you're comfortable with, right? And
somewhere.
because it's trying to lure you in, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like you said earlier. Yeah, okay.
So and the same with the not poltergeist. I'm sorry, the extraterrestrial. As far as aliens, they would be considered more on the physical side. But they say those mimics are the actual ones that can change and look like a human.
Oh.
And they would use a voice that you're both the paranormal and the extraterrestrial will use a voice that you're comfortable with. But for some reason, those voices, those mimics lure you in. Even though your mind says no and I'm not going over there, you still keep heading in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're gonna pull into it. And for those, they say the paranormal ones, they're the ones that are more mischievous. They're not really so much there to hurt you or do anything to your soul, but they're gonna terrify you. So you will finally get to that room where you hear your daughter calling. You get in there and something falls over, or a chair moves, or poltergeist activity happens to where you just pee yourself standing there. And then the
crazy.
Yeah, and then the extraterrestrial one is more of like a story that I read of another guy that was out hunting on a hunting trip in the middle of the mountains, and he set up his little tent, had his fireplace going, and he had his rifles, and he talks about the story was talked about, but that he had his pistol with him. And in the middle of the night, he started hearing movement, like brush was moving. So he stood up to look, and a man came walking directly towards him. And the only thing is where he was, according to now this man coming, he was not dressed to be out in the forest area like that. It was said the man was wearing like a white shirt and like some kind of pants, like some kind of whatever wear that wouldn't match the location they were in. And as he got closer, he asked something about, how you doing? Where are you coming from? And the man kept repeating the same phrase over and over and over, no matter what, till he finally got scared, pulled his pistol out and told the man he had to leave. And the man just didn't get scared, didn't back up, didn't move forward, just stopped, stared at him and kept saying the same phrase over and over. And that he finally shot towards the man, like a warning shot into the ground. And that the man stood there, repeated the phrase several more times. And then the way he describes it was this man did a backflip, like a backflip move, and then just
fucking gymnast.
Took off running.
Check this out.
Yeah. Like
I'm gonna possess you backwards.
Yeah, he flipped backwards and then just ran away, like into the forest. And instead of instead of running
Creepy.
away, the guy stayed there and camped the rest of the night. But throughout the night, he could keep hearing this person or this mimic using the same phrase all the way around his camp. Like they never left.
That's fucked up.
So it was. He describes it being a sleepless night, but he was more worried, thinking there might be more people show up. And it wasn't until the next day when he decided he was going to pack up and leave the area that he realized, he started thinking back on the guy, and the guy wasn't 100% looking human. Like the eyes were weird, the jawline, the figure of the person's head was different than a normal human. And he explained that he still went back out to those areas to hunt and camp and such, but he was very wary of people afterwards that would come up to him when they were out there. And he didn't want people finding him. He didn't want people to come around because of that incident. So that was considered.
I wouldn't either. Yeah.
Yeah. That was considered a poltergeist. Extraterrestrial. They say they're the ones that can change. Yeah. So those are two different other types of mimics. And the last one would be the one that you really like.
I believe it, but I just have a couple questions about the story. So not questions, more of comments. Like, just imagine you experienced that with this gymnast mimic that was able to do a backflip and do you imagine going through that, and then you're trying to get out of where you are and you hear it constantly. Now, it's got to feel like eons. It's got to feel like years are passing by as you're trying to get out of there, because you're just counting the minutes until you get to where you need to be away from this thing. And in the story, I don't know if I missed it, but was it someone that he recognized, or was just like some random dude?
Just a random person. I did miss a certain part about the mimicry that it did, but it kept repeating one phrase over and over. And another thing that it did after he shot a warning shot at it, throughout the night, he kept hearing that phrase over and over, but then he kept hearing a gunshot. Like it was mimicking the gunshot. Yeah, ooh, and then repeating the phrase. So, yeah, they said it was he explains it as very weird because the rest of the night he didn't sleep, and he would hear a gunshot in the distance and the same phrase repeated. So, I'm thinking about that. Like, that's scary.
They should hire this mimic in Hollywood for sound effects, because that's really good if he was mimicking a gunshot. Because think of any regular person making it's like did you see that meme? This is like derailment, but did you see that meme that dudes can mimic gunshots, but women can't? Did you
dudes
see that,
can,
buddy?
but women can't?
Yeah. Do a machine gun, Jesse.
What?
Look, I'm about to prove it right. Look, do a machine gun, Jesse.
A machine gun.
That sounds like a helicopter.
Well, then how does it sound? Buddy, how does it sound?
Buddy, how's a machine gun go?
I've never done a machine gun.
Oh, just do it.
Just do it. Don't be embarrassed. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay.
It sounds the same.
But you know what? To be fair, Jesse did an okay job.
Thank you.
In that meme, the girls are like pew pew, or like,
what the is pew? It's like super loud.
Anyway, that was my derailment. But buddy, you said that that you. Oh, by the way, stick around because Oscar sent me his video. So once we're done talking about mimics, we're gonna get the final word. Okay. So let's get into the next mimic that you're talking about. That you said that I would like. Were you talking to me or Jesse?
Yeah.
You.
Okay.
So this last mimic, you're going to like it because while looking through the scary mimics, this came up and I said, oh, this has Sergio all over it. But this mimic is the one that has the most detail, that was able to explain how they make their mimics and such, or how can I say they set up their camouflage. But it's the D&D mimic. So this mimic can actually disguise itself as either a human, an object, or an animal. It can take on any form it wants. These mimics are said to be just like blobs, basically like a big slime blob. And
a slime blob?
Yeah, like a big, and it's not a small thing. It's a huge object. They're saying like this thing weighs like 1,200 kilograms.
Oh,
like
man.
They are big. Yeah.
At first, I was going to say a druid. A druid's like a shapeshifter. Not to get so nerdy on you guys, but now that you say it's a blob, then it's like it totally off the rails. I have no idea. Go ahead.
What it made me think of, which is also nerdy for you, is Ditto.
Yeah, Ditto from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just like this giant slime or blob.
Go in there, watch TV with your sister.
They can't be found. They can't be found during the day or in plain sunlight without its actual camouflage, because they'll camouflage themselves and they'll hide themselves within the surrounding areas. But I mean, it goes into detail as far as how it uses certain muscles within its stomach to secrete colors out to make itself look like wood or skin, or they'll hide themselves as trunks. And what they try and do is they try and mimic objects or things that call to its prey's attention. So humans are either attracted by other humans, or they're attracted by a treasure chest or a special map or book or something. So this thing can actually mimic and change itself to that, make itself sound or smell or feel like the real thing. And what they're waiting on is for their prey to get close enough to finally ambush and eat them. So this thing can eat anything and anything that comes near it. Basically, if it's in its hidden form, it can eat it. And being 1,200 kilograms, I mean, that thing could eat a car if it wanted to.
Jesus. And okay, so this have people witnessed these things, or is this just like mimic lore? Is that what it is?
So I believe it's mimic lore. Although the person that was talking about this online, the video I saw about it, says that this mimic actually, this D&D character, this mimic, is actually derived from it's derived from accounts from the 14th and 15th century.
Oh, okay. So it's correlated with an actual entity. Yeah, because in D&D, that part of like the monsters of D&D, there's mimics, and more often than not, especially if you play Baldur's Gate, I'm getting super nerdy right now. They represent like a...
What's the difference?
Baldur's Gate is a video game, and
no, I said what's the difference between getting nerdy?
Oh, okay. Ha 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 ha. So in Indian, it represents a treasure chest, and it has like a big gaping mouth. More often than not, I think the tongue's like purple or something like that. But it just like how you described. Now I'm putting two and two together. It's like a shape changer, and it's a polymorph from what I remember, the description of it, and it could go in and out from that form or its true form. And like you outlined, the amorphous form, which is the gelatinous, and it lures its victims close into something that they desire, and it consumes them. So yes, this correlates to, you said, the 14th century.
Yeah, they got these ideas from folklore that was from the 14th and 15th centuries, where they had people describe of some kind of being that would lure people in by looking like a treasure or looking like a beautiful female calling to them in the forest, and they would come near it and disappear. So through these stories that they found, they ended up creating a D&D character out of it and made it that mimic, that blob thing.
The amorphous blob. Okay. Yeah, that's in D&D I just figured it as I just saw Jessie's stupid post she sent in our group chat.
I want to buy you guys those shoes. Just Father's Day is coming around. So.
Yeah, we'll share that in Normal Dudes. We can't show that on the show.
I think they're great shoes.
They are. Okay.
As you can see why I was laughing so hysterically.
Yes. So mimics, as far as we know, they go way back. This isn't something new. And I would think that an entity like this would be something archaic, something old, of the old world, especially when it comes to the paranormal. We should probably have a part 2 where we dive deep into the paranormal side of mimics and see like how far deep it goes and its ties into maybe some kind of denomination to see if it derives from, hell or where it comes from or anything like that, because that's interesting to me as well. Because now with this episode, we're kind of outlining more what a mimic is and what it could be, the different types that Buddy shared with us. Now I want to go into like deep lore. Like, let's get nerdy about it on the next episode, because we kind of touched on mimics a little bit last year, like like in May. That's crazy. There's a lot of parallels going on lately. What the f- is going on? If it was May, I'm going to my britches.
It's like we're in repeat or something weird.
Okay, that was something moved right here. I don't know what. Let me see. So the mimic episode. Okay. Yeah, we're in the clear. It was March 20th.
Okay, good.
We're good. Okay. I wasn't ready for another parallel. Okay, it just wasn't.
That's too much.
Way too much. But I want to thank you, Buddy, for giving us and the audience, our dudes out there, a little more, lore into mimics, because I didn't know a lot of these, and I thought it was just chalked up to entities that mimic, someone that and it's just a voice so they can lure you in or whatever. And there's so much more behind it. And I can't wait till we talk about it again. Too bad Oscar's not here, because he's actually experienced a mimic for himself. Jessie, have you experienced any mimic activity?
No, thank God.
I did hear it.
Wait a minute. Yes, I remember your story. Your story's crazy, and it's a short of ours on YouTube, pretty much all of our socials. If you want to go check it out, everybody, you can. It's a pretty wacky story. It's pinned actually on all of them, because it's a pretty interesting story. I don't know if you want to give the cliff notes, Buddy, just so that it's part of this episode.
Yeah, I mean, basically I was sitting here at home. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was here in my room, and then bless you. And then I just heard Dad, and I heard my daughter call out to me. And I think I had my earphones on. I don't remember, but I listened out again, and then I heard Dad. So I opened the door to my bedroom, and I called out, and I was like, "What's going on? ¿Qué está pasando?" And nobody answered back. So I went directly over and I opened one of their bedroom doors. I was like, "Are you calling me?" No. Went to the other one. "You calling me?" And they're like, "No." So there was nobody else. I mean, that would have been calling me dad here at the house.
So
And
I didn't get to ask you this. Did anything happen right after that happened?
I don't recall. I remember the whole thing of it was hearing their voices, and then I came back to the room and I just kind of brushed it off that day. It wasn't until they heard me call out to them. And they came running into the room thinking I called them. We were on, I think we were recording when they came in the door and I was like, "What's going on?" They're like, "You're calling for us." And I was like, "I haven't said anything."
Yeah, we were filming when that happened.
Yeah.
I remember.
And they clearly heard my voice calling out to them, "Niñas, niñas." They thought I had fallen or something had happened. So they came running into the room to help me out. And I was like, "No, I'm doing the recording. Like, there was no reason why I'd be calling out to you guys." So yeah, that was pretty trippy. That was my experience with it.
It was a weird time for sure. And I think a lot of instances were happening during that time. And I feel like the levels of energy and paranormal stuff that was happening around us was at an all-time high during that time. Yeah, it's just strange. But we are nearing time. Actually, we're almost at time. I don't know if we're going to have time for our D&D segment. Oh, and I love doing that because my favorite part of doing the D&D thing is Jesse's face through the middle of the story. She'll be like
Just
this.
do it, Jesus.
No, yeah, we're gonna do it. But Jesse will be like this. She'll be like this.
Whatever.
Okay, let's do our D&D segment to wrap up our mimic episode, and then we'll share Oscar's video. It's a 2-minute video, so it's not too long. I hope you guys are ready for this because I enjoy these, and I think other people do as well. This one is called. This was called "Spread Your Cheeks and Lift Your Sack." I'm just kidding.
I didn't. But he was like, "Yeah, okay,
all right, okay."
We're getting somewhere here.
All right, let's lower this a little bit. Okay, so it's gonna be a quick one because I know we're out of time, but the power's out. Okay, we're at Buddy's house because a lot of crazy shit happens, and he's had a mimic instance there. We're all at Buddy's house. Okay, we're in his room right now with him in his Jenga room, as he calls it, or I call it. The power's out. We're all in Buddy's house together. No phones, no lights, and from the hallway we hear all of our names being said. It sounds exactly like Buddy. Who's the mimic? Is it one of us? Is it someone out there? So, what do? Stay in the room with everyone? Go check the hallway? Or call out, "Who's there?"
Check the hallway.
Who do we send? All right, Oscar's here, but it's like Oscar's a robot. We just make him do things and he doesn't talk.
Let's send Oscar.
Hey. Go, Oscar. So Oscar goes out there. Then we hear my name, like I've been saying, whispered right behind us. Sergio. I turn to look, no one's there, and then I look back into the hallway because I'm worried about Oscar, and Oscar's gone. So, Buddy, do you tell Jesse to follow me into the hallway looking for Oscar, Do we go to a different room or just say, who's out there again?
We're just going to call out who's out there.
Okay. As I'm on the hallway, the two of you are still in the room, and you hear my name. You hear, Sergio. You guys are confused. Sergio went in the hallway. Why would he be calling himself? So after that happens, buddy, you have a flashlight hanging on your wheelchair. It barely works. The batteries they haven't been changed in 2 years. Even though I know Buddy, that would never happen to Buddy because all his flashlights are where they're ready to go.
Even though I don't have a Buddy because
So, do you go see what the hell's going on, Buddy, with your flashlight? Shut the door, or accuse someone immediately for f***ing around with us?
I'm going to accuse somebody.
Who are you going to accuse?
It's got to be Oscar.
Okay.
Oscar's
That's
gone.
fair.
He's not even in. He's like,
Yeah, but that's what he's
lost in the
thinking.
hallway.
That's what Buddy's thinking, that it's Oscar. Okay. I come back. You guys thought I was gone. And I go, it's not Oscar. One of us isn't real, but I don't think it's Oscar. I come back and tell you guys this. So, we start pointing fingers at each other. Remember, I just came back from the hallway, and I said it wasn't Oscar. Who among us is the mimic?
You.
Is it Oscar that's in the hallway still? Somewhere in the hallway? Is it me? Is it Jesse? Or is it Buddy?
It's you.
Buddy? Who is it?
It's Jesse.
We're like that stupid Spider-Man meme, like this. Pointing at each other.
It's Sergio because he went into the hallway and he survived and he said it wasn't
Try to convince
Oscar.
him, Buddy. Try to convince him.
But it's Jesse because she pushed Oscar into the hallway to get eaten by whatever's out there.
This is exactly what the entity wanted. Blaming each other. Chaos is happening. The lights go out. Buddy's flashlight miraculously goes out, even though I know it's charged and he has like 50,000 batteries in his house.
I know he has a warranty with Walmart 25.
So the lights go out and we all hear one last word. You hear, Sergio. Sergio. It was me all along. I drag everybody into the closet in the confusion. You know the closet I'm talking about, buddy. The one to your right, the dark one. And you guys are all lost to the abyss forever. Dum, dum, dum. See, you could have just been like,
you didn't. Why didn't you
Damn
listen
it,
to
Jesse,
me?
why didn't you push Sergio in the first?
Because Oscar will go for likes.
True. That is true. He's like 10,000 likes. I'll go in the hallway. Just push me. Okay. I felt the tension rising, and Jesse's like, no, it was Buddy. Buddy's like, it's Jesse. I know it's Jesse.
A little me? How dare you? A little innocent me, of all people.
Of all people, Buddy. How dare you? Okay. Thank you for participating, everybody. And you, as the dudes out there, if you were following along with that D&D segment and you knew what was happening, please drop it in the comments and see if you caught on that I was the mimic the whole time. But one last thing before we bid everybody farewell for today's episode. Oscar sent me a video of his dream, to see if it lines up to our other dreams. I hope you guys are ready for this. This is it. I will flip out. Okay.
Watch this just be like Oscar's like honest, like holding the camera in his dream.
All right, what's up, everybody? Sorry I couldn't make it to the episode today, but I'm going to share with you guys what dream I went through last
He's sitting on a dildo right now. That's why I made that noise.
Bed. Yes, we have a fool because that's all we need.
Oh.
And they sleeps on that side. I sleep on this side. And so she had a nightmare, and then she woke up. And then when she woke me up, obviously I went back to sleep. I woke up in my dream, and I looked around the room here, and everything was going crazy. Lights were flashing, stuff was moving, all that. I got my dog, I got her, and I started saying, like, I rebuke you, and like all this, like, go back from where you came from and get out of the energy, and all. I started saying all that stuff. Finally, I figured out that, you know what, we need to leave. So we started to run downstairs. So we're running downstairs, and as soon as I turned this corner to look downstairs, boom, like right at that moment, down there is like literally like a little alien. And right when I turned to look at the alien, it just falls like Andy's here, boom, and just falls.
Oh, like Woody?
And now we're running down. I have my dog. Finally get to this point right here. Get to like around right here, and I turn around.
I just wanted to show us slides.
And I don't know if it was Liz or the other person that was in Liz's dream, but was right here, kind of like right here, standing, facing me with a knife, saying, "Mata, mata." And then, like, rushed me. And then I went like this in my dream. And in real life, I actually scratched Liz.
Yeah, abuse.
And that person in her dream was also holding a knife down here and was possessed. So
I have marks to prove my
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
abuse.
Dude.
That was very weird.
What do you guys think?
I mean,
Buddy's speechless. Buddy's like,
his dream was like way different from mine and Jesse's.
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy is we all had some kind of person chasing us,
like
or
one
following us.
individual, like one person.
One.
Yes.
And at the end, he rushed. Well, I mean, he came after us and mine, and he reached out and grabbed me, and I woke up with a. I
So
don't
did
know.
he.
I mean,
Yeah.
but his was different because his was more like a slasher dream.
Yeah. Did you hear Liz in the background?
Yes, that's crazy. He scratched her. It's like Freddy Krueger status.
Oh, okay. One thing we got to ask him too, though, is what time was that? Did he say what time it was? He just said in the middle of the night, right?
I need to ask him
I don't know if he
was
mentioned it
seeing
in the morning.
Selena. I need to ask him if you were seeing Selena. And
Did you? Oh, yeah, we got to ask him that too. Let me see. Just for the show, I'll give him like 5 minutes. Be like, Oscar. Have you heard, sung, or anything about Dreaming of You by Selena? Anything for Selena.
Anything for Selena's.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I just think it's extremely weird that something happened to all of us Saturday night. And I think it's because Jesse was getting turned. That's what I think.
Why me? I was trying to get everybody up in my dreams.
Jesse's like, did you drink up until you fell asleep?
Yeah.
Jesse did like our short, mistakenly summoned something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mistakenly summoned a demon.
I was trying to get you guys over there to me.
She was like this with her alcohol.
Jesse was like drunk, and as she puked in the toilet, she like did something like
she's like, yeah, she like exactly.
Stupid. First of all, I don't puke. Thank you very much. Second of all,
I don't poop. I don't puke. I don't piss.
I didn't say I don't poop or piss. I said I don't puke. Thank you.
You've
very
never
much.
puked ever.
Well, not from alcohol, from food poisoning, maybe.
Okay. That's different. Well, consider yourself lucky and not feeling like a piece of But I wanted to take this time to thank everybody. We're super appreciative of everything. And I'm in contact with Ethan because he has new equipment. Him and I will be posting on our YouTube channel very soon. We are going to do an investigation, probably in this house, to see what the is going on in here. Jesse, don't worry. We won't say anything mean or provoke it. We'll be safe. Okay. And
whatever that means.
What? Okay. And we will post it on our YouTube channel. If you're not on our YouTube channel, you're missing out. We have extra on there. Actually, we have shows, individual shows that we haven't touched on in a while. Jesse, I don't know if you saw your show, the murder makeup mystery thing. A lot of people liked it. You got
really
pretty good views on it. So maybe we should bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah, go check it out. We have stuff on there. And of course, we have extra stuff on Patreon that you can't get on YouTube or any other platform, specifically on there. And then we're going to launch it on Apple Podcast Premium or subscription, whatever it's called. Normal Dudes, where we talk about everything else in our lives or anything outside of the paranormal and everything in between and discussing things. If, we think it's already discussing on the show, but a little further in depth. Yeah, that's what we have going on, coming soon, and I hope you guys stay tuned for it. And we're going to be posting our our May calendar with all the content that we have coming out this month. So, and it's on Patreon exclusively. So if you want to go check that out. Jesse, buddy, do you guys have anything for our dudes out there before we bid them au-revoir?
If you hear somebody calling your name, do not say who is it.
Yes, say harder, daddy, if they call it your name.
Wow.
Buddy, do you have anything for our dudes out there?
Yeah, if you see your doppelganger, don't go meet him. Just let him be.
Say no thanks.
Yeah, I have to agree with Buddy on that. I was going to share my doppelganger. I found my doppelganger. It was a baseball player. Not was like he's no longer living. It's more of he retired. Looks exactly like I do. I'll share that with you guys later. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. And that's all we have, and we will catch you on the next one. Later, dudes.